Ever thought about the intricacies of visa applications for South Korea? It's quite the journey. Traveling to this vibrant nation requires a crucial step, acquiring a visa, which isn't as simple as it may seem. Visa applications, as many of you may know, are a vital part of international travel. They serve as your official permission, your golden ticket, to enter and explore a foreign country. South Korea, known for its rich history, dazzling cityscapes, and delectable cuisine, is no exception to this rule. The country has a well-defined visa application process in place that every aspiring traveler must navigate. Now, let's focus on a significant aspect of this process: the express visa service. This service is a boon for those in a hurry, offering a quicker turnaround time for visa issuance. It's like the fast-track lane at an amusement park, getting you to the fun part quicker. However, just like that fast-track lane can sometimes close for maintenance, the express visa service for South Korea has recently hit a bump in the road. Starting from September 29, 2023, this quick service has been temporarily suspended. This decision comes from the South Korean Consulate in Chennai, India, and directly affects Indian nationals who were planning to enter Korea. But what led to this decision? Why has this fast lane been closed off? The simple answer is an overwhelming increase in visa applications and various challenges faced by the consulate. These challenges range from limited manpower to the need for more thorough document reviews, all of which have led to this temporary suspension. This situation is akin to a popular restaurant having to temporarily stop taking reservations due to an unexpected surge in customers. They need time to catch up, to ensure that they can provide the best service to each and every customer. So why has the express visa service for South Korea been suspended? Let's dive in. September 29, 2023 marked a significant shift in the South Korean visa application process. This shift was driven by a marked increase in visa applications following the inauguration of new visa application centers. These centers were established with the aim of streamlining the process, making it more accessible and efficient for applicants. However, the influx of applications that followed their opening was overwhelming. This surge was not just a mere uptick in numbers, it was a tidal wave of paperwork that flooded the desks of consulate staff, a testament to the growing interest in traveling to the vibrant and culturally rich nation of South Korea. While the rise in applications was a positive sign of burgeoning travel enthusiasm, it also presented its fair share of challenges. The consulate, the nerve center of this entire operation, began to feel the strain. With limited manpower, the task of reviewing and processing the applications became increasingly daunting. Each application required a careful review, a meticulous check of all supporting documents, and finally, the issuance of the visa. The sheer volume of applications began to bottleneck the process, leading to longer waiting periods for applicants. In response to this, the consulate had to make a tough call. The mounting applications and the limited resources at their disposal led to a decision that would impact the speed of the visa issuance process. This decision was not taken lightly, but it was deemed necessary to maintain the integrity and efficiency of the visa application process. And so it happened. The express visa service, a popular choice for those in need of a quick turnaround, was temporarily suspended. This move was aimed at managing the workload and ensuring that each application received the attention it deserved. This surge in applications led to an interesting development: the suspension of the express visa service. But what does this mean for travelers? That's what we'll delve into in the next segment. The express visa service, a critical component of the application process, was temporarily suspended. This move, which began on September 29, 2023, has sent ripples across the travel landscape. But why has this happened, you may ask? Well, the South Korean consulate has been grappling with a substantial surge in visa applications. This unexpected influx, coupled with existing challenges such as limited staffing, has necessitated this suspension. Now, what does this mean for visa applicants? The express service, which was a quicker route to obtaining a visa, has been put on hold. This means that applicants must now brace themselves for a longer wait. The time taken for document review has understandably increased. It could now take up to a week or even a working day more for your documents to be reviewed and your application to be processed. This is a significant shift from the Express service's usual timeline. The suspension of the Express visa service also has implications for the consulate's communication channels. With a high volume of applications, there's an equally high volume of inquiries. As a result, applicants are now advised to direct their general inquiries about required documents, processing time, and more to the VFS call center. If you have any additional documents that need to be submitted, you should reach out to the Visa Application Center where you submitted your application. This isn't ideal, of course, but it's a necessary measure to ensure that each application is thoroughly reviewed and appropriately handled. So, if you're planning to apply for a South Korean visa, it's crucial to factor in these changes and plan your travel accordingly. The suspension of the Express visa service has undeniably changed the landscape of South Korean visa applications. But remember, this is a temporary measure. As with all things, this too shall pass. Until then, patience and early planning will be your best allies in navigating these changes. So, what does this suspension mean for travelers planning to visit South Korea? Well, the immediate impact is on the time it takes to process the visa. Previously, the Express service made it possible to have a visa issued in a shorter time frame. However, with the suspension of this service, travelers have to deal with a longer waiting period. The new normal is now a processing time of 12 to 15 working days. That's a significant change from the Express service processing time. This shift in processing time brings a crucial need for early planning. Travelers can no longer bank on the quick turnaround of the Express service. Planning your visit to South Korea now requires a more significant lead time. It's essential to factor in the longer processing period when planning your travel dates. Moreover, there's a potential delay in travel plans. There might be instances where the visa processing takes longer than the estimated 12 to 15 working days. This delay could be due to various reasons like the need for additional document review or an even higher volume of applications. Such delays could lead to changes in your travel schedule, which might affect other aspects of your travel plan, such as hotel bookings or flight reservations. This new development also means that travelers need to be more proactive in tracking their visa application. Regularly checking on the status of your application and maintaining open communication with the Visa Application Center can go a long way in managing these potential delays. In essence, the suspension of the Express visa service calls for a new approach to travel planning. It's a shift from a relatively swift process to one that requires more time, more patience, and more planning. Travelers must now adapt to this new reality and plan their travels accordingly. The suspension of the Express visa service has undoubtedly introduced new challenges for visa applicants. As we have discussed throughout this video, the South Korean Consulate in Chennai has been faced with an unprecedented rise in visa applications. This increase in demand, coupled with limited manpower and various logistical hurdles, has led to the temporary suspension of the Express visa service starting from September 29, 2023. Now, more than ever, applicants need to be aware of this change and adjust their travel plans accordingly. The normal processing time for visa applications currently stands at a minimum of 12 to 15 working days. However, due to the additional time required for document review, there may be delays in visa issuance, potentially extending the waiting period by up to an additional week. In essence, the key takeaway from this situation is the need for early planning and patience. If you are planning a trip to South Korea, it is crucial to submit your visa application well in advance of your intended travel date. Additionally, applicants should be prepared for the possibility of delays and have a flexible travel schedule to accommodate any unexpected changes. For inquiries about visa matters, including required documents and processing time, you are advised to contact the VFS call center at 02-26201-8000-463. If there are any requests regarding additional documents, these should be directed to the Visa Application Center where the application was initially submitted. In conclusion, while the suspension of the Express visa service may seem like a hurdle, it is a manageable one with the right planning and preparation. As we navigate these changes, one thing remains clear. Early planning and patience are key in the visa application process for South Korea.